Hi, I'm Helen. My friend's coming in, so take your choice. I want to share with you a beautiful, awesome thing that the Lord did for me this year. You know, sometimes we're afraid to pray big prayers, but I want to encourage you, pray big prayers. God is in a little tiny box, and every now and then He'll just perform some little tiny thing. But God is a great big God, and He can do wonderful things for us if we just believe Him. And I want to share this scripture with you. It's in Jeremiah 33 and verse 3. And it says, "Call unto me, and I will answer thee, and show thee great and mighty things which thou knowest not." Imagine that. We can call upon God, we can ask Him to show us great things, mighty things, things that we don't even know, things that we don't even comprehend. God can show that to us. Maybe we are in a situation we don't know which way to go. Should we go left? Should we go right? Should we go forward? Should we go back a step? What should we do? Well, God has the answer, always has the answer. This year I had determined in my heart, I want to see God do great and mighty things. I'm not satisfied with just small things. I want God to do mighty things. I want to see Him perform. I know He's a great big God, and I want Him to work and perform for me. So I was praying, I was walking at Sunset Cliffs in here, beautiful San Diego, one evening, and I was praying this prayer. I was praying this: Lord, show me great and mighty things that I don't know. And as I walked up the hill and then I came back down, there is a place where there are some benches. So I walked down to that spot, and I was still asking the Lord, Lord, show me something great and mighty. And I noticed that there was a young Asian girl who was taking some selfies, and I thought, oh, I should ask her if she wants me to take some pictures of her. But I didn't act on it. I just sat down and stayed. But she came over to me and she said, "Excuse me, ma'am, can you mind taking some pictures of me?" And it was funny because I had just been thinking that. As we got acquainted, very beautiful young Chinese woman that had just come from Phoenix, had been studying agriculture. And she had been there with I think five friends of hers. But she stayed behind all by herself, stayed in a hostel in Ocean Beach. And she went, that very day that I met her, she had gone to Coronado and seen the beach there. And she had gone to the lighthouse, the Cabrillo Lighthouse. So she had done some things all by herself. I said, "How did you find out about that?" She said, "Oh, I just looked it up online." And so there she was at Sunset Cliffs, enjoying herself. And we made a wonderful, sweet acquaintance. So I wanted her to have a beautiful experience while she was here in town. And I asked her if she would like to go to my home. I had some egg rolls, frozen egg rolls that I had bought at Costco, and some rice. I said, "Would you like to come to my home? I will make this for you." And she said sure, she would like that. So my husband and I took her the long way, and we drove by Shelter Island, and I wanted her to see the lights there because the evening had already come, and the city lights were just beautiful. And there was a couple that was sitting right there. There was a fire going, and they were sitting there waiting for the moon to rise. They were expecting this, I think it was to be a full moon. And so I wanted Ada, which is this Chinese girl's American name. I wanted her to have a good memory of San Diego. So I went over to these people and I introduced myself and said, "Hi, I'm Helen. This is my friend Ada, and she's from China, and she's just here in San Diego for another day." And they were real friendly with her and talking with her. And so the husband said, "You know, how about instead of you going home and making these egg rolls," because I had shared that with them, He said, why don't I just take you ladies out to eat? And I said, wow, really? I said, well, my husband's here too. He said, wow. He said, if he doesn't eat too much, he can go too. And so we laughed. And I called my husband over, who was walking over there and look by the bay and just looking at the lights. I said, come on over and meet these people. And so we met Tim and Melody, and come to find out that Tim and my husband had gone to school, Sunset Cliffs Elementary, at the same exact time. They were just one grade apart. However, they didn't even know each other. Small world. So that gave us a chance to meet some new friends. So we went out and ate and had a wonderful time. The next day, I took Ada to La Jolla Cove, beautiful La Jolla Cove, and took her to Jack in the Box. She had never been there. And while we were in Jack in the Box, she asked me how I became a Christian. So I was able to share with her how that Jesus Christ had come into my heart, and how that I had invited him. Was it just a perfect opportunity to talk to her about Jesus. And on the way back, I said to her, Ada, instead of me taking you back to your hostel, have you ever been to an American home? And she hadn't. I said, well, how about coming to my house and seeing an American home? So she liked that idea. I brought her over. We had a wonderful chat, and my husband was able to also share with Ada about Jesus. And Jesus is the reason why we live. Jesus is the reason that we can move and have our being. It's because of him, all because of him. And so he was able to share with her about Jesus and how he died for her and how he loved her, and basically led her to Jesus Christ so that she could invite Jesus into her heart for herself. It was a very sweet time. She prayed, she invited Jesus into her heart. I took her back home to her hostel, and my husband and I were just so thankful that the Lord had to bring her all the way from China to San Diego to meet us so that we could show her Jesus Christ. Show me great and mighty things that you don't know, that I don't know, Jesus. Continue to show me great and mighty things. Pray big prayers. Don't pray small prayers. Let God out of that religious box. Let him be great and real and mighty on your behalf, because he loves you and he wants to answer your prayers. God bless you.